Okay, Oklahoma City Marathon. Have you ever thought about running a marathon? Well, if you thought about it, you can do it. My very first marathon, 1994. Maybe it was 95, maybe it was 93, but it was a long time ago because today's 2021. And I tell you what, I did not think I would run a marathon. My first marathon, the Houston Marathon, I thought I was only going to run a half a marathon. A lot of marathons raise money for different causes. And the Houston Marathon, the Leukemia Society was participating, and a friend of mine was raising money for the Leukemia Society. And he asked me if I'd come down and support him. And I said, sure. But I can only do a half marathon. He said, no problem, just run the half. When we got there, there wasn't a half marathon back then. They only had a marathon. So I signed up for the full marathon. During that marathon, I learned tremendous things about myself and about other people. One of the things that I learned in the marathon is if you feel great at certain periods in the run, and sometimes you just feel like you want to quit. And I had, at the beginning of it, I had so much fun. Steve and I were talking to everybody around us. We were joking, singing. If you know it and you're happy, clap your hands. I mean, we were just having fun. And so when we got to about 10, I started feeling a little bit of pain, but I knew I only had about 3.1 miles to go. I was just going to quit at the 13.1 mile. I wasn't going to run the entire 26.2. We get to the 13.1, I see it, I know I'm coming up, I'm done, and then I think, I feel so good, I think I could do the whole 26.2. So I made a commitment to do the whole 26.2. Well, when I got to mile 14, I thought, I have made a mistake. I should have stopped when I was a success with my goal at 13.1 because I hurt. I didn't want to run anymore. My mind, they tell us that marathons are a lot about mental, and I didn't want to run anymore. But I made the decision that I was going to go ahead and run this marathon. And that's when I met Heather. Heather had trained to run the marathon, and she was on the sideline, and she was not wanting to run. She had pretty much given up. And I said, Heather, walk with me for just a minute. Because one, most of us that do marathons, I'm an amateur, I don't do this for a living. I mean, I do a marathon, I don't necessarily run a marathon. I get them done. And so I said, Heather, let's walk for a little bit and let's talk. So we walked and she started feeling better. And I said, look, why don't we do this together? We don't have to run the whole thing. We can run and walk. And we will have accomplished something that, 98% or 97% of all Americans never do? We can run a marathon together, or we can do a marathon together. And so we started talking, and then we started running. And then we'd walk, and then we'd run, then we'd walk, run. And we did wonderful. And what I learned is if you want to do something, help somebody else do the same thing. If you want to become rich, help other people become rich. If you want to learn Spanish, help other people to learn Spanish. If you want to learn how to fly an airplane, teach other people how to fly a plane. If you want to learn how to read better, teach someone how to read. The more we give, the more we live. Oklahoma City is an incredible city, and it continues to get better in every way. And the marathon has brought us all together from a bad situation. As many of you know, we had a bombing. A federal building in Oklahoma City was blown up by a person that was angry at the government, and human lives were lost. And so the founder of the Oklahoma City Marathon put together this to benefit the people whose lives that were lost. And he's a really good guy. His name is Tom Hill. And he organized the marathon and he made it happen. You can make a difference in your life. What is it you have a cause, something that you want to take action on? Do it. Take action on it. You know, running a marathon, you make friends. This marathon, I ran it with 3 other friends. Josh, who just started with our company, who's now the CFO of our company, his friend Leland, I hope I got that right. If I didn't, shoot me. And then Michael. And Michael, I met him when he was 19 and he's probably 30 something now. And he read the book, Mentor, The Kid and the CEO. And when he read that book, obviously it talks a lot about running. And Michael picked up running and a lot of the principles in the book. And he wanted to run a marathon with me. And so we got to do that Sunday. We didn't run the whole marathon together. We made it to probably about mile 10, I think. And then after that, he was a much faster runner than I am. He took off and he finished the run hours before I got done. I did set a personal record on this marathon. This was the slowest marathon in recorded history for me. 6 hours and 6 minutes, I think. I did it on my Timex stopwatch, which only cost me $35. As many of you know, one of the things I talk about is people that have self-esteem do esteemable things. And if you run a marathon, that's an esteemable thing. That's something of value to do. And it's fun that you get to meet a lot of people. All along the run, at about mile 3, I met this young man in his, I think, well, as a matter of fact, he's 26 years old. His name is John, and he's a good, high-quality individual. He didn't cuss. He doesn't drink. He went to college and got a degree. He's using his degree in his profession. He's helping other people. Matter of fact, he's working with the native Indian tribes in Oklahoma to help them to better integrate within the educational system in Norman, Oklahoma. He's doing good things. And from mile 3 to mile 26.2, we had an excellent conversation. I wasn't feeling any pain. I was enjoying the conversation. He asked questions. He shared about his life. I listened as best I can. I'm not the best listener. And I got to know John. What a great experience. If I would have just been sleeping in that Sunday and not taking any action, I wouldn't have met John. And I invited John to join us this coming Monday for dinner at our house. My wife always makes a big meal on Monday nights, and John's going to come over, and I'm going to try to talk him into running the Tulsa Route 66 marathon that's coming up in November. We're going to go up there in our motorhome. 5, 6, 7 of us will go up there and we'll make an event out of it. Saturday and Sunday we'll run the marathon and we'll come home. We can do so much with our lives. There are so many things we can do. If you say that life is boring, life's not boring. It's the way we look at it. What are we going to do? Are we going to inspire ourselves to take action? The Oklahoma City Marathon, I don't know who won it. Everybody that finished the marathon won. Everybody that got out there and tried won. We all had a certain amount of success by taking action. If you want to be successful, we got to take action. Having an idea, taking action, and staying committed. That is the secret to achieving worthwhile goals. I appreciate you guys watching these videos. I told you last week that one of the reasons I wanted to make the video was because I wanted to stay committed to learning how to fly an airplane. And once I let you guys know that I'm going to get my pilot's license, I made a promise to you that I'm going to get my pilot's license. Now I'm making another promise, and the promise is that I'm going to run the Tulsa Marathon. I'm going to run the Tulsa Marathon with some friends, and I'm going to have a great time doing it. So I'm making another promise to you. What book are you reading right now? Are you reading a book? As many of you know, I'm reading, where's the book? Ah. As many of you know, I'm reading this book right here. What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. And the phrase that goes over and over in my head now is, I can do this. I can do this. This morning I was at breakfast with a friend of mine, and there was a person there that I wanted to talk to. Very, very, very successful businessman, suit and tie on. He had, he was there. He had this big presence, and I thought, I want to go up and say hello to him. And then I thought, nah, it might be awkward. It might be embarrassing. And then I thought, I can do this. And so as I approached him, he was on his cell phone. And I didn't want to stand there and wait, but I made the decision that I could do it. And I was willing to do it if it would have worked. But since he was on his phone, I didn't. Think about this. How many times have you wanted to do something, but you didn't do it? I can do this. And then you do it. Don't let fear stop us from taking the actions that we want to take. Okay? Okay, so here I want you to give me a call. My phone number is down below. If you want to subscribe, that's fine. If you want to share this with other people, that's fine. But really, I want to help you to become successful. I don't want you to pay me any money. I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it because the more I give, the more I live. I enjoy life today by helping other people to become successful in areas that they want to be successful in. So I hope you enjoyed this video. John, you did a great job on videoing. I could tell you some things that were behind the scenes that John did, and I want to compliment John for taking action no matter how he felt. That he did an awesome job on this video, and if you hit the like button on this, then what you're going to say is, John, I liked what you did. So put a like on there for John. Thank you for watching.